back to the Talkman Radio Show Live. It is Friday, October the 9th. We've got some news. We've got all kinds of things going on, like the welcome to the show. And, this is still going on. Still going on. Maybe not after this week. We've got some, we had a game last night. Not so great. But, hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into 12 Ounce Sports. That's where you're watching it. Unless you're watching on some kind of weird feed. Unless you're pirating the signal. Am I that popular? I don't think so. But 12 Ounce Sports, thank you very much. I love 12 Ounce Sports. Love all the guys here. And if you're watching on 12OunceSportsRadio.com, maybe you're watching there. But you can always follow, like, subscribe to 12 Ounce Sports and Talkman Radio on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for now until we get banned. They're banning everybody. So thank you for tuning in. Do my quick thing. 12OunceSportsRadio.com. Check it out. We've got all kinds of articles. And at the bottom, you get the little donate button if you have an extra shekel or two and you want to throw it our way because you like my show or you like anybody's show. Please feel free if you're still working and craziness hasn't gotten to you yet. We also have the store, which Christmas is coming up. So if you got anybody who's a 12-ounce sports fan, we've got T-shirts, we've got all this stuff. I'm going to get some of this stuff for Christmas. World Hockey Report. These guys are awesome. They always retweet me and stuff. Football team. We got some new stuff. Minor League Randos in there. I got to check out, see if I can get my... we get some funny little things on there. I got to see if I can get a Talkman Radio shirt on here. I've been dying to get one, and I got to see if I can get one. So we're going to work on that. And don't forget, if you just want to take, I just want to take a moment to tell you about 12 Ounce Sports. Now that the action is officially back on, 12 Ounce Sports is your home for the best live talk shows covering all aspects of the sporting world and live game broadcasts. With Zingo TV adding 12 Ounce Sports to their long list of channels, you can now catch my show and all the others on Zingo TV channel 761. 761, that's your channel. All you got to do is download Zingo TV and use the promo code 12 Ounce, that's 120Z, when signing up. It's that simple. Be sure to check out our latest blogs and podcasts as well on 12OunceSportsRadio.com. That's what I just showed you. That's where this came from. See, it all comes, everything's connected. It's all coming together. It's very zen over here at 12 Ounce Sports. So let's do the rundown real quick. Games have been moved. I can talk about that a little bit real quick. And then we'll get into our usual, we get the Thursday game. We can talk about fantasy implications and if you made any money or not. The NFL preview, which is going to be 3 days of football. We got best bets, which if you're using my picks, go the other way. You're making a ton of money. You're making way more money than anybody else. And of course, we're going to finish off with Love is Nice. And then if I didn't time it out right, and if there is time, we're going to talk about something. If there is time, we're going to talk about waking up. Wake up, buddy. So that's the rundown. So let's talk about the schedule first. We got to talk about the schedule first because they're running all this crap. And I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. They really want to. Well, here, let's go with the schedule. So we got these are the games Sunday, and we're going to come back to this when I go over the preview. But these are the games Sunday. Now we've got 2 Monday night games. This got Broncos, New England. Again, New England on Monday at 5 o'clock. And then Tuesday we get a game, Buffalo, Tennessee, which, all right, whatever. Here's my opinion on moving the games. Moving the games is one step into, just like we've seen all year with the Mexican beer plague. Things are moving incrementally. Remember, it was 2 weeks. We're just going to do this 2 weeks. And then it was, well, we're going to do another 2 weeks. And now I think we're on day 160 or something like that. See how they moved that along? And then it was, don't wear this. Now you got to wear this. And all the craziness. There's one in California. They said, you're going to sit down, you're going to wear it. And then when you take a bite, you can take it off, and then as soon as you put the bite in your mouth, you got to put it back up. Go look it up. You don't believe me? Go look it up. Yeah, that's where we've come from. 2 weeks. It will be fine. That's where we're at now. So they moved the schedule around. I want to go through this real quick. What you need to know about NFL games being moved because of Mexican beer plague. Now, that's incorrect. What you need to know about NFL games being moved because of positive tests of Mexican beer plague. That's what it should say. It's not because of this. See, that's fear-mongering. That's all that is. And they're trying to keep you scared of this. But the people I talk to, they're like, yeah, we know this is all bullshit. Eventually, you have to act, though. Now, remember this? Remember when this happened? Whoa, they did the nut. They must have screwed something up. Well, we can't have all that. Remember this was August 24th. All the positive Mexican beer plague things from that lab. Oh, the lab. No, wait, no. They were all, instead of positive, we made a mix-up. The plus means bad, or it means good now. Now it means bad. So they're negative. Remember that? That was right before the season. People are like, that's when you can tell. This is going to be nonsense. We're going to go through all this stuff. This is going to be nonsense. So, let's see. After reports of false positive tests, 77 NFL players from 11 different teams who apparently tested positive for the Mexican beer plague had their test re-examined. We're going to put them in again by a New Jersey lab. Jersey's always in on the craziness. We are so whacked out here. New Jersey Biolab BioReference, which found every single test to be negative. Everyone. Hey, we screwed them all up. We're good now. We're good. Don't worry, because we're not dumping these guys. Here's why the NFL isn't dump. We're not going to dump these guys. These guys juiced in. He's the county commissioner's cousin, this guy. He's juiced in. Isn't dumping New Jersey lab that produces false positive Mexican beer plague tests in weekend scare. Ooh, we got scared. We can't have that now. It's too early to have that now. We can't set this up yet. Oh, no. We got to wait till the season starts. Like I said, they don't want to say we're not going to do NFL. What they're going to do is they're going to make you as miserable as possible with this. Here's the NFL. You can have your fantasy football teams. I have 3 teams. I have 3-1. I can make some money this year. But they're fucking around. So they would rather say, here. We're getting there. We're getting back to normal. This is all that new normal bullshit. Yeah, wait till you see what that is. But they're giving you the NFL, and then they're going to take it away. But I think I'm less sketchy on that, even though with all this crap, and I'll explain that to you too. So let's see. Now, real quick, God, we're 9 minutes in already. I really want to get this. But I want to hit all my points. Isn't dumping the test, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so what's the test that they're using? Just move on. BioReference, that's a company, offers a real-time reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction. Real-time RT, real-time PCR. It's a PCR test. Anybody know what the PCR test is? Well, PCR test was created by this guy. And I'm just going to read a quick excerpt. You can go to uncoverdc.com and look up this article by Celia Farber. This was April 7th. This is an old, they know that you're not going to go back this far. And it's only a couple months. Scientists are doing an awful lot of damage to the world in the name of helping it. I don't mind attacking my own fraternity because I'm ashamed of it. That's what this guy said. He knows these guys are all on the take. And if you read through more of this article, somebody tested positive. The answer is, all right, I don't have a lot of time. I'm 10 minutes in, and I wanted to get this done like 5 minutes in. So basically, they're trying to scare you, and I got a funny feeling that we all know why they're doing this, because they want to fuck around with the election. That's my opinion. I think personally, I read an article that they said this is pretty much they have to replicate it in labs because we can't even find it that much anymore. And I think it's all bullshit, and it's a shame that they're doing this. But they're trying to fuck around with the football season. I don't think they're. I have less of a feeling unless someone really comes out and says, "We're closing it down," and then do this with their mustache. Then maybe they'll do it. Somebody really high up in the globalist the echelons. But I think they're seeing what's happened to the NBA, and they're just flatlining with people. If you look, they're down like 70%. And the casual NFL fan, they're gone. The only people watching are the degenerate gamblers and fantasy football players. Even the people who love their teams, a lot of them are leaving. And the numbers are showing that too. If they cancel it, getting them back is going to be a nightmare. So that's why I'm actually a little more on the side that they're not going to totally cancel it, but it could happen, and it may. I'm going to give it like 40% that they're going to cancel it. So, but if you follow my picks, you see how good I'm picking the games. All right, so that's done. I just wanted to bring that up, and you can go look all this stuff up for yourself. Don't believe me. Go look it up. So that's my opinion on that. I think it's bullshit. It's very annoying. And they're fucking around my football team. I got 3-3-1 teams. I got Russell Wilson. Very annoying. And this might be going this week. I got 2 teams that are still up to keep this going. And one of them had Tom Brady in last night. Not good. I think he's playing like Mahomes or something like that. So anyway. Let's get back to, let's talk about football. Okay. Let's talk about football. Let's talk about my book unit right now for starters. We got sports back pretty much every day now. And if you want to support the 12-ounce sports team, there's an easy way to get in on the action. 12-ounce sports is going to hook you up with a crazy deal when you sign up to make your first deposit on mybookie.ag. When you make that first deposit on mybookie.ag, they'll match your first deposit up to $1,000 when you punch in the promo code 12-ounce sports. That's 12OZ sports. All caps, no spaces when signing up on mybookie.ag to get your deposit match up to $1,000. Remember, always gamble responsibly. Don't put, the 4. We gotta get the 4, the fucking 4. No, you don't need that. Just what you can afford. So yeah, that's mybookie.com. If you were looking to get some action going. So let's go through this. Oh wait, no, let's do the Thursday night game. Maybe. Here we go. So if you had the Bears plus 3.5 and you went with the under -43, you did okay. I probably would have picked the Bucks and over because that's how I'm going this year. So if you had the Bucks kick, I'm going to go through this kind of quick. If you had the Bucks kicker, that's good. He probably did the best for you. Mike Evans didn't do terrible, but Tom Brady was 25-41, 253, a touchdown, no picks. I watched some of the game, not all of it, but he looked but not great. And he didn't have it. He had one guy out there. He tried to throw it to Gronk a couple times. They're on the road in a hostile environment. Not that they were very hostile. There was nobody there. But Tom Brady, not great. I think that'll get you about 18 points. If you take away the fumble, it's like 16. Ronald Jones, 100-yard games, though. If you get a bonus for 100 yards, that's not bad. And I think he caught a couple passes. Tyler Johnson, and this is just, where's Scotty Miller? Where's Scotty? Where you at? Nowhere. Tyler Johnson, 461. Gronk, 352. The people anybody who thought someone besides Mike Evans was going to do anything didn't pick Tyler Johnson probably. And I doubt they picked Cameron Braid either. He had 5 for 44. Mike Evans, another touchdown now. He's very touchdown strong this year. 5 for 41 with one. That'll get you 15.1 in PPR. And then everybody else is kind of like Dink and Duncan, 2 for 22, 3 for 19, 1 for 9, 2 for 5. Brady did have a fumble. The defense got a pick. I think they got some sacks. Defense did okay. Got you a couple points there. Not a lot. Mike Evans and the kicker on the Bucs side are really the only ones who did well for you. I had Brady. He didn't do great. On the other side, Nick Foles again beats Brady. 30-42. Didn't do a great job doing it, but he beat him. 243, 1-1. That'll get you 12 and 16 and 18 minus 2 if you take off your picks. About 16 points again. David Montgomery had a quiet big game here. 10 for 29, 2.9 average. Ugh. But throwing the touchdown, that'll get you about 9 points, 8.9. Cordell Patterson, nothing. Nick Foles, nothing. Allen Robinson got you 19 points in PPR. Cordell Patterson, meh. Jimmy Graham caught the only touchdown, 3 for 33. That'll get you about 12 points, 12.3. But in PPR, David Montgomery really helped out. 30. That's 10 points. It's an extra 10 points right there on top of the 8.9. It's 18.9 points to David Montgomery. Not bad. I didn't play against him, thank God. Anthony Miller, 4 for 28, 2 for 15, 1 for 9, blah, blah, blah. The defense did get, Khalil Mack, another couple of sacks for him. They got 3 sacks overall, but that's about it in terms of points they got you. They didn't pick off Brady. So, and the kicker had a couple field goals. So the big guys were Montgomery, Allen Robinson, Mike Evans, and the Bucs kicker. So if you had any of those guys, you're okay. I went against Allen Robinson, but I had Mike Evans. So that's how that worked out. And if you had the Bears plus 3.5 and the under 43.5, you're good. You're good to go. So that is a review of last night's game. We got through that pretty quick. So let's just jump right in to the preview. So this game is over. I would do it on, as I usually do with the odds, but it's not caught up to all the crazy changes. So we're going to do it like this, and I'll do it by head, and then we'll get into the best bets. Like I said, if you're following best bets here, bet again. Take my bets and bet the opposite. You're buying houses now. You're in the real estate game now. You got yachts. It's crazy. Just bet against me. So the 1 o'clock games, we'll start with Rams at Redskins. I'm going to be honest here. I think the move to Kyle Allen is going to be good, and I kind of like the Redskins a little bit. They're getting, I think they're getting a touchdown or something. We'll see when we move over to my bookie and we do my best bets. But I kind of like Washington a little bit. On the Rams side, I don't think you're starting Goff. If you are, then maybe you're on a bye. Maybe Aaron Rodgers, you got Aaron Rodgers, he's on a bye. The 2 wide receivers you're definitely starting. And not Malcolm Brown. You see, I knew this is going to be goofy. That's why I didn't go after Malcolm Brown that hard after week 1, because now it's the other guy. It's Junior Henderson. It's Henderson now. Now Henderson's getting the ball. So you don't know what's going on there. And I think they want Akers to be the guy. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the running back and the running backs of the Rams. I knew what was going on when Gurley was there. I don't know what's going on with any of these guys. So that's the kind of pick you don't know what's going to happen there. So it's hard to put that in there. The defense you're going with, yes, especially against Washington. On the Washington football side, you got McLaurin, maybe Antonio Gibson. There has been a rash of running back injuries. I wouldn't be against putting him in against the Rams because he does catch out of the backfield and maybe breaks one. So those are basically the guys. It's an okay fantasy game, a lot because of the guys on the Rams side. But I kind of like Washington a little bit in this game from the guy who's picked all losers. Next game, Eagles at Steelers, the Battle of PA. On the Eagles side, maybe you're starting Wentz if you're on a bye. Miles Sanders and the defense, that's about it. For the Pittsburgh side, I'd be weary on James Conner. I had him last year. He's looking better this year, but I'm not a big James Conner guy. Especially after last year when he did. It's just, I find it hard to forgive guys when they really screw me over. And a lot of guys screwed me over last year. But maybe you're starting Roethlisberger if you guys on a bye. You're definitely starting Juju. Chase Claypool is actually coming up. I don't know if you're starting him yet, but he can make big plays. And the Pittsburgh defense you probably start. So this is another okay fantasy game. We're looking at 1 o'clock. I like the Steelers in this game. The Eagles are too up and down. But the Eagles are the kind of team that can come in here and win this game. They're so crazy. It's so crazy just having the Eagles around. It's just nuts. So, it's an okay fantasy game. There's some guys in there that are viable. There's a good amount of guys in there that are viable. I kind of like Pittsburgh, though. Again, at 1 o'clock, Arizona and the Jets. I'm not going to say the Jets are going to win this game. You just can't. You just can't say it. This guy, they already started the firing thing with Bill O'Brien last week. This guy's next. This guy stinks. This guy really stinks. The guy from the Jets. Ugh. But on the Arizona side, you got some guys. You got, I don't know how many people are still starting Kenyon Drake out there, but if you're in a pinch, I guess you're probably going with them. You're definitely starting Murray. You're definitely starting Hopkins. The defense I'm not sure about. Maybe if you're streaming against the Jets, why not? On the Jets side, I heard something about Le'Veon Bell. I'm not sure about that, so don't take that as gospel. But I heard something about him coming back. But that's about it. There's nobody else on this team. Jameson Crowder, maybe. Sam Darnold, no. The defense, no, I still wouldn't do that. So this is kind of a lame. I mean, it's all Arizona Cardinals on this side. This is kind of a lame fantasy game, but there's no way I would take the Jets in this game. Even I don't care how many points they get. I haven't looked at the line yet, but we will. They can get 100 points, and I won't take them. Maybe not 100, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. Next, we got Raiders at Chiefs at 1 o'clock. That's weird. This is actually a pretty heavy game. Any game with the Chiefs is a heavy fantasy game, just because the Chiefs have so many guys. I like the Chiefs in this division matchup, but the Raiders have some guys. You could. I have no problem with putting Carr out there in this game because he's gonna have to. He's been playing okay. He's actually in the top 20 in actually I think he's top 15 in fantasy quarterbacks. He's playing the conservative role here, throwing the ball when he needs to throw the ball to the guy he needs to throw to on short passes. He's going deep a couple times. I saw that one with Ruggs in week 1. That was nice. But these guys, this is a tight end oriented team, tight end and running back oriented team. So you got Jacobs, you're definitely going with him. You got Waller, you're definitely going with him. I'm not sure about any other wide receivers except for maybe Renfro. But why not? If you need guys to put in there, I would go with running backs before I would go pick up running backs before I would go pick up wide receivers there. Much more plentiful than running backs. And there's such a rash of running backs getting hurt. It's really hard to sit there and say, who else is out there. So that's why I'm, Hunter Renfrow maybe. And he's just a pickup. I wouldn't even advocate starting him. But if you're in a pinch, maybe. But how can you be in a pinch? There's 100 wide receivers out there. On the other side, you got Kansas City, where you're going with the quarterback, the wide receiver, maybe even the other wide receiver. You go with Mahomes, Hill, maybe Watkins, Kelsey, the defense, the kicker, the water boy. You go with everybody on the Chiefs side. So that's how that's working out. I like the Chiefs in this game. But this is a heavy fantasy game. There's a lot of guys going to this game. Now we're going to the exact opposite. A game where nobody's in. Nobody's playing in this game. Nobody cares about this game. Jags at Texans. I like the Texans to bounce back. I think they got rid of that guy. They're going to be a little more rejuvenated this week, and they're going to beat a bad Jacksonville team. Come on, Jacksonville's not very good. On the Jacksonville side, are you starting Minshew because somebody's on break? Maybe. You're definitely starting Robinson. He's been playing well. And the Houston Texans defense hasn't been great at all. And they talk about they're getting older now. They are getting older. You can kind of see it. DJ Chark, if he's playing, that's about it. On the Houston side, Watson, you're starting. You're starting Fuller, but I'm definitely not sold on Fuller. You're starting David Johnson, which I have, and I'm still not sold on him. He is getting some touchdowns here, and I think he got 2 touchdowns in the first 4 weeks. I'm good with that. But he hasn't been catching the ball as much as he could be. Maybe this is a change. Maybe the change of philosophy is what they need. Maybe they do some more dump-offs, get him involved, spread the ball around a little more to playmakers rather than, just throwing it to Fuller. So this is going to be interesting. I think Houston's going to beat this. They're at home. They're playing a bad team. I like Houston in this game. But it's a fantasy dud as far as I'm concerned. I still have to watch it because I got David Johnson. Next, at 1 o'clock, we've got Cincinnati at Baltimore. This looks like this is going to be... All right, Burrow, here you go. Going to deal with Baltimore's defense now. I wouldn't start him. You do have Joe Mixon, who I don't think is going to have a good game, but if you got him, you got to start him. Especially if somebody like a Chubb or McCaffrey you have on your team is out, you can't just bench him. But in another situation, maybe I would consider it against this team on the road. I don't feel good about Joe Mixon in this game. Tyler Boyd is the guy. I would start Tyler Boyd before I started Joe Mixon. On the Cincinnati side, on the Baltimore side, you've got Lamar Jackson, who's a little dinged up. Maybe you go with a little Marquise Brown. You definitely go with Andrews. You can definitely go with the kicker, and you're definitely going with the defense going again in this matchup. I like Baltimore. I don't know what the line of this is. I'm going to go with like 11 or something like that. I'm just guessing. We'll find out in a minute. But there's that game for you. What's next? Carolina. Another division game. Carolina at Atlanta. This is there's some Carolina guys that are getting some play now. They're coming up. Yo, people come up. That's what's coming up. Mike Davis. Why not start him? He got dropped in the league. I tried to pick him up. I couldn't get him. Teddy Bridgewater. I'm playing against Teddy Bridgewater this week. Who would have thunk it? DJ Moore. Robbie Anderson, all these guys. This is a fantasy relevant offense for the Carolina Panthers, definitely. And now you're going against a team that's letting up 800 points a game. Why not start everybody? So this is going to be an interesting game. It's hard to say I like a team who's 0-4, but they're at home. It's a division game. So I'll go with Carolina. I'll go with Carolina in this game. I just have no confidence in Atlanta. For Atlanta, they're still going to put up points. They always put up points. You got Gurley. You got Matt Ryan you're starting. You get the 2 wide receivers. You got Ridley and Julio Jones. Maybe even Russell Gage. You might even go with Russell Gage in this one. The tight end, Hurst. I think he's the tight end. You got the tight end in there. He's probably your starters. You're going with that. The kicker. I don't think. I think the. What the hell's the guy's name? The little Chinaman. I think he's out, and they brought in somebody else. He was knocking it. He was kicking everything. He had a 17-point game against me. Hey, good for you. Hey, good luck picking that guy. Hey, there you go. Yeah, he's my kicker at 17 points. But I think he got hurt. Now he's out. Yeah, I like Carolina. But this is actually a low-key heavy fantasy game, surprisingly. Next game, Miami at San Francisco. This is a weird one. This is just weird. Miami. Let's do Miami first. Miami, you got Myles Gaskin. Tua when he comes in, which he may come in this week. I think all right. I think they're getting to the point. Okay, we're gonna have to bring in. What are we gonna do? Are we really looking to go 3-13 with this guy and not give this guy any any run this year. So I think you may see a little Tua this week. I wouldn't start him, but you may see him. On the wide receiver side, you're looking at Devontae Parker. Not big on Devontae. I don't like anybody going against San Francisco this week. I think they're pissed about losing last week. And they're a better team than Miami. Not to say Miami isn't getting better. I think they are going to be better, and they're going to show it a little bit. And maybe they even show it in this game. But I don't see them as a legitimate threat anymore, even though I before the season I said, hey, maybe Miami. No, not anymore. Not anymore. That was before I saw them. On San Fran's side, you're getting Raheem Mostert back. 99% sure you're getting him back. I wouldn't start Nick Mullins, although I did hear some rumblings about Garoppolo. I think it's still Mullins going. Deebo Samuel, you drafted him. You need a spot. You need a wide receiver. You start him. Kittle, you're starting. And kicker and defense, you're probably starting. So this is a heavy San Francisco fantasy game. San Francisco's probably going to win this game. I don't see Miami. I mean, Miami's just not good. But I think they're on the right track there. I think you got a good coach, and I think when Tua gets in there, he goes in there, starts learning. They're going to have a high draft pick next year. See what they need, probably defense, and go with that. But that's projecting out a long ways. Next, this game. This game could be a fantasy-heavy game, but you gotta either have balls to do it, or just have spots open that you need guys in there. Giants at Dallas. This is one of those games that you can see, like 49-42. Remember that Denver Dallas game when Romo and Peyton Manning went at it? I think it ended up the field goal in the end won it 45-42. It's just touchdown. That's the kind of crap you can see here. In terms of the Giants, if you got balls, you go with Danny Dimes. I wouldn't go with the running backs. I would go with all of his wide receivers to take a shot if you're not set. I am not set in one spot, and I'm considering throwing him in there. I've been keeping him in there. I've only lost. I'm 3-1 with the team I have Darius Slayton in, and this would be a spot to throw him in again because Dallas defense really stinks. So you go with Slayton, you can go with Golden Tate, you can go with Ingram, and you go Daniel Jones. If you want, I would probably go with Slayton because, number one, I have him and I liked him the most. But he gets in the big plays. And if you're going to get big plays, you're going to get them out of him. You're not getting them out of Golden Tate, I don't think. But you never know. On the Dallas side, you're starting everybody again. Shit, they got 3 wide receivers and a tight end you're starting. Dalton Schultz is catching balls and catching touchdowns. The wide receivers, you got 4 wide receivers, not 1, not 2, not 3. You got 4 wide receivers out there. What? Fucking the Chiefs don't even have it. The Chiefs have 2. And McCall Hardman. Dallas had Cooper, Lamb, that kid Wilson who just popped up out of nowhere, and Gallup. And the tight end, they're putting up 800 yards a game. Just take Dallas guys and go. So I think Dallas is going to win this game only because they're at home. If they were at the Giants, I would probably take Giants because that defense is so terrible. But this is a sneaky heavy fantasy game. New York at Dallas, and if you got the balls to play them, this could win you the week. Honestly. Next we have the Colts at the Browns. 2 surprisingly good teams. I thought the Colts were going to be good. And I was kind of low key on the Browns. I really like Nick Chubb. I have him in 3 leagues, but he got hurt, and that really sucks. But this would have been a bad matchup going against the Colts. But they're going to run the ball. If you got Kareem Hunt or Dearness Johnson, I think that's his name. I wouldn't start Dearness Johnson, but I'd go with Kareem Hunt. Why not? He's going to get the ball. They're a running team. They are a running team. They lead the league in rushing. I wouldn't start Baker Mayfield, but I got no problem starting with, especially if they're already in your lineup, Landry and OBJ. Yeah, why not? OBJ had 3 touchdowns last week. And the Hoop. Austin Hooper. If he's your tight end, yeah, why not? But I'd look for another tight end. This is a good defense right here. The Cleveland defense, I guess I would go. I'm really not a big fan of the quarterback on the other side, but Rivers. Speaking of the other side, which I didn't really go over, you've got Rivers. I wouldn't really go with Rivers, but if he's your quarterback or if you got somebody to buy, I guess so. There's really nobody else. T.Y. Hilton, he's on the bench on 2 teams I'm playing. Well, one team I'm playing against is on the bench, and I think there was another one, but I'd have to look again. Jonathan Taylor, you're probably starting, and that's about it. And, well, those are all the day games. Well, you know what? Let's do the night game, and then we'll do the Monday, Tuesday games. Minnesota, Seattle. This is a good game. I think this is going to be, and I think this is actually going to be a good game. Minnesota got off the schneid last week, but they got a lot of guys over here that you can play. People are starting to play Justin Jefferson, especially against the Seahawks. Their defense is not that great. On the Minnesota side, you got Cousins. Maybe you're starting if you got a guy in a pinch. Dalvin Cook, you're definitely starting. Adam Thielen, you're definitely starting. Justin Jefferson, maybe. And the tight end situation over there is a little murky. So, but the defense, possibly you're starting. If they're your starter, I guess you're going with it. But I wouldn't want to be stuck starting a defense against Russell Westbrook. I mean, Russell Wilson, and that offense. Speaking of, you're basically starting everybody but the tight end on this team, put tight end in the defense. You can start the kicker because the offense is so good. You're definitely starting Wilson. He's the number 1 quarterback. The 2 wide receivers you're definitely starting. And it's amazing how many more teams have 2 starting fantasy wide receivers in the league. Dallas has 4. That's how much they're throwing the ball nowadays. But they got 2 wide receivers, and both of them are good. And they both do different things, which I really like. Because I have Russell in 3 leagues, and in 2 of those leagues, I have at least one of those guys. So I think this is going to be a good game, and I think Seattle's going to win this game. So that's the Sunday games. For now. There could be 8 games on Monday night, though. We never know. We don't know anymore. I don't know.
I'm not going. Who's going?
I don't know. But what I do know, well, that's not working. Now it's working. Look, these guys are playing cellos. Took a second. Check out Zingo TV. It's free. I say this every week. It's free. But please use the promo code 12ounce. That's 12OZ. It really helps out when you do that. It gives us, they let us know when people are signing up using our promo code. So it really helps us out to them and gives us better, it makes us look better in their eyes. And it's free, like I say, every week. 12 Ounce Sports is channel 761. Plus, they have other actual sports channels, music channels, and a bunch of other great stuff that you can check out. Go check it out because it's free. Please sign up and use the promo code 12ounce12OZ. That's 12 ounce 12OZ, and it's free. I gotta make a rhyme out of it. It's free, 12OZ, and it's free, and that's for me. Yeah, I don't sing. But Zingo TV, check it out. It's free, like I said. All you gotta do is sign up. 12OZ, 12 ounce. And we have our replay of this show every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. So it's not like you're going out drinking and partying at the bars. Nothing's open. But if you're just sitting around, doing meth all night and you wake up the next morning, you want to watch the show, there you go. Moving on to Monday and Tuesday. So, again, the Patriots. Every Monday night, the Patriots play. How is this? How is this possible? You got the Broncos and the Patriots. This is a tough one. I'm not picking up no Tim Patricks and starting him this week, especially against the Patriots. I heard that Drew Lock is meh. I wouldn't start anybody on the Broncos, maybe Melvin Gordon, and that's about it. The tight end, Fant, I guess, if he's your starting tight end. And on the Patriots side, I'm in a spot and I have to start Damian Harris. I'm hoping he does well, maybe gets a touchdown. But there's nobody on the running back side you're going to start. They're talking about starting Stidham. I don't know about that. If they start Stidham because Newton can't play, you're looking at downgrading Julian Edelman if he's playing. The tight ends, I don't even know who the tight ends are. They drafted a tight end. They got this other guy tight end. I don't know what's going on over there. Basically, the only guys you can start are on the Denver side. You can start Fant and Gordon, and on the Patriots side, you're going to start the defense, and that's pretty much it. If you have to start anybody else like I do, you just got a problem, and I got running back problems in my one league. So that's the story. Like, a little insight there. So that's that game. 5:00, ready? You get home from work, and there you go. But the regular Monday night game is they're both on ESPN. Boy, they don't need viewers, do they? Chargers at Saints. I kind of like this game. This is an interesting game. I like the Saints in this game. I think we're going to see Michael Thomas come back. I don't expect him to go apeshit, but I do expect him to play well. I think 15 points shouldn't be too hard for him. Drew Brees, you're starting. Kamara, you're starting. Cook, you're starting. Thomas, you're starting. I don't know about those secondary wide receivers here. They had 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, week 2, 3, and 4. They had 3 weeks to show up, and kind of lame. They showed up kind of small. So I don't know about the secondary wide receiver situation, unless when Michael Thomas comes back, they're so focused on him that they let these other guys go crazy. But when they were the main guys, Emmanuel Sanders and Smith, they didn't do anything. They hardly did anything. So I do like the Saints in this game. On the Chargers side, a little weird. I also have Joshua Kelly in my league that I'm having running back problems and just running back problems. And I don't think I'm starting him. I have him, but I'm not starting him in this game. In another league, I am starting him because I didn't want all the leagues to be the same. So I'm starting him. Hopefully I get a touchdown out of him. That would be nice. Herbert, if you're in a pinch with quarterbacks, I guess you can go with Herbert because I think they're going to throw the ball around a lot. And the Saints defense hasn't been that great, although I would start the kicker, and if you need to start a defense, you can if you have him in your league on the Saints side. On the Chargers side, I wouldn't start the defense. I would start the kicker, though. And Keenan Allen, definitely starting. Hunter Henry, if he's your tight end, you're starting. And that's about it. If you're in a pinch, you go with Herbert. But this is kind of whenever the Saints play, it's going to be a heavy fantasy game. But this is another low-key heavy fantasy game because the guys on the Chargers side, Eckler being out, you're putting in Joshua Kelly now or Justin Jackson. But I wouldn't go with Justin Jackson, especially if the Saints go 7-0, 10-0, 17-0, 24-0. Oh, wait a minute, we're down 24-0. There's 8 minutes left in the first. Then you're kind of going to get out of the running game and go into the just pass. And that could happen. I'm not saying it is, but we'll see. And Tuesday. A little Tuesday NFL for you. Buffalo to Tennessee. And they're giving Tennessee a lot of shit. I think Tennessee's going to win this game. We're taking away your draft picks. We're taking away your kids. We're putting your parents in old folks' homes. Like, wait a minute, what the hell? And they already came out with that nonsense that, they went out when they weren't supposed to go out. The notice saying don't go out and have practices came a day after they scheduled the practice. So that's bullshit in case you didn't know that. But anyway, back to the game. On the Buffalo side, you're starting Singletary now because I think Zach Moss is still hurt. You're definitely starting the quarterback. You're starting Diggs, and you're probably starting maybe another guy if you need to. If you don't have that much depth, you start John Brown or Cole Beasley. The tight end position is a little meh. Go with the kicker, though, on the Buffalo side. On the Tennessee side, you're definitely starting Henry. And I think there's a Henry game all the way. Even though the Buffalo Bills have good defense, I think they're going to, I think Tennessee's tired of getting blamed for shit and accused of, doing things that they didn't do and getting moved around all over the place. Should have played last week and I was playing on Tuesday. What? So, yeah. Well, I kind of like Tennessee in this game, and I really like Derrick Henry in this game, despite Buffalo having a good defense, a good rush defense. So, that's it. That's it for the preview. That's what I think of all the games. That's what I think of the fantasy aspect of it. Some guys that you can think about. And that's it for that part of the show. Moving on. Let's just get my little papers. I got a lot of papers here. Remember these guys? Want to get an inside look on recreational sports betting? Do you? Well, then check out the Vegas Squares podcast brought to you by 12 Ounce Sports. Check them out every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on Zingo TV channel 761. Like I said, Zingo TV channel 761. That's where we're at. And again on Wednesday nights for their new golf betting show. Check out their website at lvsquares.com. That's the Vegas Squares exclusively on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV. Also, don't forget, check out James and the Agent, Wednesdays 8 to 9:30. Also on Zingo TV and 12 Ounce Sports. So let's get into best bets. Where do you see these records? They're a joke. Mine is, at least. And I got a fantasy and I got a suicide pick for you. What a joke. So these are the updated lines. Last week, the old man went 3-0, I think. The old man went 3-0. And then the book went 1-1, or 2-1, and I was 0-3. If you're picking against me, you have a boat now. You have a boat. And not even like a little one, like one with like bikini-clad chicks on it. That's what you can afford now if you're just picking against the teams I pick. So, since the old man won, we're going to go with him first. He was 3-0. His first pick is... What are they gone? Are you fucking kidding? What the fuck? Hold on, let me find it. What the fuck? Well, I had it here before, and now I don't have it. So, let me look it up real quick. Let's do this. All right. So the old man likes Arizona. I have -7.5 here. They have -7 here. It's not on my bookie. My bookie's really good. I can't believe they don't have that. He likes Arizona -7.5. Now let's go back. I saw that here. Philly on the road getting 7. He likes Philly on the road getting 7. And he's not a big Eagles fan, but he does like them. And Miami on the road getting 9. This goatee, I really don't mind. I'm not going to mind shaving it off. I'm probably going to have to trim around. I'll keep the bottom part, but I'll probably have to trim. It's getting in my mouth. When I drink something, it's wet all the time. There's food in it. I'm finding like hamburger. What the fuck? What a stupid thing that was just to pick that good of a team, bunch of teams, and then say I'm going to grow a goatee. It's so annoying. Anyway, just random. So Arizona, Philly, Miami for the old man. The book. Let's see if he has anybody on here that got moved. He likes Washington at home. Again, I think he had him last week at home. They were getting 14. He took it. He was going with him again. He got the push last week. He's looking for the win this week with the half a point. He's taking Washington +7.5. And we got another team. Okay. Here. A pick. He's taking Cleveland at home with the pick. And Minnesota. Oh, right there. And Minnesota plus 7.5 on the Sunday night game. He likes them on the road. He thinks they're going to hang with the Seahawks. Could be right. Now we're going to go with me. The book is 5-7-2 as of right now. The old man is 8-5-1 off a 3-0 week. And your humble host, as of right now, going to week 5, 2-11-1. 2-11-1. 2 wins. I could have just thrown darts and picked better than that. But if you want 3 winners, pick the opposite of these 3 teams. Ready? Here we go. Number 1. Houston minus 5.5. Like I said last week, I think they're going to come in here, and I think they're going to, they're going to get rid of a coach I don't think they were too hot on. I've heard a lot of things about how they really didn't like him that much. A lot of the main guys, J.J. Watt, Deshaun Watson, weren't too thrilled with that with Bill O'Brien. So we're going to take them minus 5.5. We're taking Vegas. Yo, Vegas. Where's Vegas Squares at? Getting 11.5. On the road. It's a division game, like I said. A division game should be 3, all of them. And the shootout game, I think the Giants are going to hang in there getting 8.5. 8.5 on the road. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think they're going to hang with them and cover the 8.5. So to recap, the book, Washington plus 7.5, Cleveland a pick, and Minnesota plus 7.5. The old man, who's 8-5-1 off a 3-0 week, Arizona minus 7.5, Philly plus 7, and Miami plus 9. And me, the talk man picks Houston minus 5.5, Vegas plus 11.5, and the Giants plus 8.5. And if you're still in the suicide pool, these actually wasn't too bad one. I did pick a loser, but I'll keep picking them. Why not? Houston. We're going with Houston. So that is that in terms of best bets. Good luck to you this weekend. And now to something sweet. BiscottiGourmet.com. Biscotti Gourmet offers a new take on an old Italian tradition of soft-baked mini biscotti in many delicious flavors. Lemon's my favorite. She just came out with some lemon. And they're really good. It's all natural. Go to BiscottiGourmet.com and use the promo code TALKMAN. It's a different promo code because I know her. That's TALKMAN for 20% off your order. That's talk. Use the promo code TALKMAN for 20% off your order. Any flavor is a wonderful compliment with your coffee in the morning or as a guilty pleasure treat. You want to be guilty? You go and get that. And this Biscotti Gourmet leads into a segment of the show we call Love is Nice. And it's sponsored specifically by BiscottiGourmet.com. Love is Nice. In case you don't know what Love is Nice is the part of the show where we talk about the counter programming against the NFL. And we're doing specifically Sunday. We're not doing Tuesday, 5 o'clock, or frickin' Monday. But what this is, we talk about if you're following your heart on Sunday and the woman you're with says, listen, you watch too much football. I'm really sick of this. You got to do something for me. Me. I want to watch this. This is what you're going to watch. And we use the Hallmark channel as our baseline for really estrogen-laced content. And this is what you're going to be watching. This way, if you want to listen to her, you don't want to watch Deshaun Watson, you don't want to watch me my picks get buried up, you're going to watch this. And here's what you're going to watch. Starting at 1 o'clock, when the games start, kickoff, click over to this. You're going to get country at heart. You're really country at heart. That's what it is. That's what she is and he is. And I don't know, they both have country hearts or something like that. A struggling country singer. She's struggling. Yeah, I know it's her. It's not him. It's never him. A struggling country singer meets a national songwriter in need of inspiration, and she's going to be the inspiration. Her tits are going to be his inspiration. Combining their musical talent, to write a song for the fall festival. You got the fall festival. May end in more than singing a duet together. It's going to end in her being really sticky. It stars Jesse Schramm and Niall Matter. That's a made up name. That guy's name is made up. And they really make it. All right. Ugh. Country at Heart at 1 o'clock. Oh, it gets better. Wait till 3 o'clock. Love. For anyone listening on the audio. Love, comma, fucking comma, once and always. That's what it's called. Not pretentious at all. When Lucy's childhood sweetheart plans to tear down the... All right. When Lucy's childhood sweetheart plans to tear down the Gilded Age estate and replace it with a golf course, you ain't gonna work at that Gilded Age estate. You're gonna be my slave on a golf course. Go do the grass. Lucy fights to preserve the historic mansion at all costs. And the picture is a moon and them dancing. Oh, this is so gross. It stars Amanda Shaw and Peter Porte. What? He looks like Vince. Vinny! Looks like Vincent Chase. How many shows are they going to call Love, comma, something else at 5 o'clock when you should be watching... Who plays at 4 o'clock? Whatever the good 4 o'clock game is, you should be watching that. You're going to be watching. And again, every week. I'm waiting for a week where you don't have a little girl from a sitcom in the 90s. The little girl from the Five show. Five kids in a house. Whatever that's called. Oh, this is so gross. Love, comma, Romance and Chocolate. What the fuck? Emma and Chocolatier Luke compete for Belgium's Royal Chocolatier. The beauty and romance of Bruges, Bruges, for anybody who's listening, inspire unique chocolate combinations. Ooh, like what? Like chocolate and peanut butter? Like fucking Reese's peanut butter cups? You fucking, oh God, I hate this. But will win entry without them losing their hearts? Oh my God, you can't lose your heart. Don't lose your heart. Don't lose your heart, whatever you do. Oh my gosh, you're gonna lose your panties in his fucking apartment. Stars Lacey Chabert, the girl from the Five show. Gross. My best friend's bouquet. Ugh. I think this is new. I've never heard of this one before. When Josie accidentally catches a wedding bouquet before her engaged friend. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. This is so rapscallion already. She's reminded of the family myth. Oh, Jesus Christ. That could jeopardize their friend's happiness. Oh my God, there's a myth that goes around that if you catch something, who has a myth like that in their family? Who? Find me a person. This is so, oh God, this is so gross. This is so gross how who writes this crap? Ugh. That's 7. Nah, I can't even get through this without vomiting a little bit in my mouth. Karen Kingsbury's A Time to Dance. Now, is that the name of the girl or the name of the woman who wrote it? Or what is this? I don't even know. And it's just some dorky-looking blonde girl with awful hair just smirking. Like, ugh. John and Abby were once the perfect couple. They were, but then he banged the secretary and she blew the milkman, and now they're having problems. Now, after 21 years of all that happening, they're about to lose it all. They're going to lose it all. They had it all. They're going to lose it all. No, he's going to lose it all. He's going to get right through the fucking coals. Going to take all his money and leave him in the desert. But when their daughter announces their engagement, hey, maybe we should stay married. Let me guess. They secretly agree to put their divorce plans on hold. They're not. It doesn't even have a good. Ugh, God, show's over. Ugh. Well, that's it. That's Love is Nice. See you later.